HarperCollins and Harper Audio present Contemplation of a Crime, a novel, by Susan Juby. Read by Lisa Larsen. For my niece, Emily, who sees the good in everyone. Well, almost everyone. A suitable resting place for one of hating temperament is not too high or too low, provided with shade and water, with well-proportioned walls, posts, and steps, with well-prepared frieze-work and lattice-work, brightened with various kinds of paintings, with an even, smooth, soft floor, adorned with festoons of flowers and a canopy of many-colored cloth, smelling sweetly of flowers, and perfumes and scents set about for homely comfort, which makes one happy and glad at the mere sight of it. Visuddhimagga, The Path of Purification, translated by Bhikkhu Nyanamoli. Part 1. Wherever you go, there you are, unfortunately. Pan Wainscott III. Day 1. Pan Wainscott III, 18 years old, sat in the hard plastic chair and stared at his counselor, a man who was too old for the Kelly green Chuck Taylors and orange knit beanie he wore. The guy had to be at least 35. The lawyer stood beside him. She was no longer pretending to like Pan, whose name was spelled P-A-I-N, but was pronounced Pan. He'd been named after bread, because when he was born, his mother imagined he was going to nourish the world, whatever the fuck that meant. His dad said she'd been way into sourdough at the time, as though that was a good explanation. Instead of nourishing the world, Pan was into taunting it, and worse. He'd ended up being a right little sadist, according to the testimony in his trial. You can't name a kid Pan and expect good results. He sometimes asked his parents to call him Big Doe, but they refused. "This is a good offer," said Fern, his piss-faced lawyer. Every time she looked at him, she made a face like she needed to spit a bad taste out of her mouth. "The program is only 5 days long, and when it's complete, you'll be discharged to your parents. The group," she looked down at the sheet in her hands, "Close Encounters, is interested in testing how effective the program is for younger participants." "It sounds cool, dog," said the counselor. "Dog?" "What would I have to do there?" asked Pan. "Take part in the workshops. Get some counseling. Nothing new for you," said the counselor. Was he making a sideways dig about Pan's dad being a psychiatrist? Fair enough. What competent mental health professional would let their wife name their kid Pan because she started making bread? "Individual and group," said Fern, who still wore that shit on her shoe expression. "They will report back on cooperation. This whole invitation is predicated on you—" "On me not being an asshole?" said Pan, smiling at her and then at the counselor. He liked smiling at people because he knew it creeped them out. There were about 20 other guys here at the center who would be better candidates for the program than him. Unlike him, they wanted to do better. They wanted to be better. Everyone at the center had committed their offense, in his case, offenses, when they were young enough to be deemed salvageable by a judge. Everyone knew that if they went to adult jail, they'd just get more criminal. So they'd been sent to the center, which was some bleeding heart's idea of a treatment facility/jail. Other than the lack of good snacks, it wasn't too bad in here. And most of the guys were okay. They just messed up. Pan was one of the few who was a genuinely awful person. He knew it. His counselor knew it. His lawyer definitely knew it. But he was the one with an expensive lawyer and rich parents. So he got the chance to go to the Close Encounters program. Real fair.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?